This is the hardcore giant Ron Niemi, joined this week by the technical wizardry of one Naphtali, who we just had to bring back after last week's call of that unbelievable lateral press in that match.
Well, I just call him like I see him.
You know something, Naphtali? When it comes to people like you, I was searching high and low. Denny Brown, Les Thatcher, and Mike Graham, they weren't available to come in. So what I did, I dug very deep into my well, actually, I didn't dig too deep at all. You were pretty cheap, man.
Hey, well, you do what you gotta do here.
It's not too often that the hardcore giant gets to sit next to somebody and call a match like Iceman Buck Q, the NWA Florida champion, against my very own protege, marvelous Mike Sullivan and his beautiful valet Ecstasy. Naff, you're ranked in the PWI 500. It's an honor to sit next to you.
Well, thank you. And this man right here, Mike Sullivan, he is another that is, mentioned in the that PWI 500 that you speak about. Big body slam and an elbow by Buck Hugh here. By the way, where was Buck mentioned?
I believe he was mentioned in the, no, there was no honorable mention section, was there?
Buck is honorable?
Not honorable in the least bit, but he gets a nice 2 count there from the gentleman, and I still haven't figured out why they call him the gentleman Jim Bragg.
Well, if you figured out why they call him Gentleman's Club, maybe that'll,
Actually, I did figure it out, because I have been known to frequent the Gentleman's Club, and I go with Jim Bragg, and that's why beautiful shoulder block by Mike Sullivan, and a leapfrog into the, what do you call that one, Naff?
That is a hip toss.
See, that's why I pay that kid the big bucks.
This is a huge match right here for this NWA Florida strap. It's just, the feud is just unbelievable, but Ron, how did you do it?
How did I do it? How did I steal the NWA anniversary show?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. The NWA anniversary show, look at it. Buck is running like a little kid on a schoolyard being chased by the bully.
Or, I think what you meant to say is running like a bitch, trying to get away from the former IPW heavyweight champion, Iron Mike Sullivan, who has a big running Beelfold down a ramp and throws him in like a sack of potatoes. And Jim Bragg says, man, I'm blown up and I haven't done a damn thing.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say.
Exactly. Back to the action. Big Garvin stomp from the second rope by Mike Sullivan. He's one of those guys, he'll pull out any move. He'll back in a corner and light you up with a closed fist and another because he doesn't care.
Woo!
That's a nice chop. I taught him that. I call that the double knife edge chop. Taught to me by one Wahoo McDaniels. And Mike doesn't ever learn. You don't let somebody like Iceman Buck Hugh reverse it on you. He'll light you up. He'll tear that chest up.
That's exactly why he reversed it right back. A big Irish whip into the corner.
The Irish whip made very, very famous by the one Pat O'Flaherty.
2, and with Buck's foot is on the ropes there. I thought that was over there.
See, again, Mike Sullivan's not afraid to punch you right in the head. He's not afraid to bite you Uganda Giant style. He'll do whatever it takes to win this title. With Ron Niemi and Ecstasy at ringside, you don't have some slug like Mike Gold who's stolen half of the, I don't know, what do you do, get in the wardrobe of Sonny T? The guy's out there wearing some cheap Hawaiian shirt ripoff and flip-flops. He looks like he subsists on beer and hot dogs alone. Has he ever heard of a salad? Actually, he has. He's heard of tossing salad, but that's for another time.
Speaking of Sonny T, did you see this Mike Gold's his back?
Yes, I did.
Unfortunately, it's unbelievable.
It is. It's Harry. I thought I was seeing Harry and the Hendersons too. A cheap rip-off sequel to a horribly cheap movie in the first place, and that was a textbook
flip here.
Oh,
that's a little bit more than I need to see. Thank you, cameraman.
I was almost blinded at that point. Look at me. I'm obviously distraught at ringside. Good Lord, stop it. Please cover that. For God's sake, Jim Bragg, pull up his britches. Cover him. This is an NWA Florida heavyweight champion. He doesn't realize his bare, maybe he does realize his bare ass is showing. I got to give this guy more credit. He's always aware of
Was he showing you or was he showing Ecstasy at the ringside?
You always are wondering when it comes to this cat. He's the type of guy, you see Mark Gold there, he's not afraid. Who is he? Mike? I'm getting mixed up. I think he might actually be Mac Davis Jr. Anyway, Iceman Buck Hugh, I don't know if he was mooning me, the crowd, or Ecstasy. He's the guy that likes to get inside of your head and play games. That's why he's went over on people like, what is it, Chris Candido, Tommy Dreamer. He took Steve Corino, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, to the limit. Mike Sullivan, I guarantee you, is the best contender he's ever faced.
Sullivan kicking out there. I mean, you know, he's not going to go down to a little simple neck breaker. I mean, while yes, it is effective, Sullivan's not the type of man to go down, you know, to a move like that. It's going to take a whole lot more than a neck breaker to put out Mike Sullivan.
Now, you speak of going down. You see Ecstasy at ringside showing the stars and stripes. I was standing at ringside, standing at full attention and saluting. I was honored to be a part of this fine country, and honestly, with the tragic events that are going on today, it was great to see the fans of IPW get to the WrestlePlex, have some fun, take a couple hours away from the horrible things that are going on in the world, come and see great competition like Iceman Buck Q against Mike Sullivan. The Florida WrestlePlex is a great place to come. Sometimes I can't exactly say it's for the whole family, but the truth is, we give you your money's worth.
That is true. I mean, I thank you very much for not putting any more clothes on Ecstasy. Ooh, big Russian leg sweep there by Mike Sullivan. And there it is, going into the octopus there. Oh, that hurts, Ron.
It hurts bad, and what I was trying to get him to do, I'm trying to work this octopus where he stretches you like he has the tentacles, and what he does is he blows this deadly ink into your eyes.
Did you say tentacles or?
Yes, tentacles. What did you think I said?
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
Anyway, it's a roll-up 1-2, and I thought he had him there.
That wasn't quite as small of a package as we seen last week, because last week that small package was as small as it gets. But Iceman Buck Q, you watch the guy, he's been in the business for over 10 years now. There's a beautiful Russian double leg gimmick for the 1, 2.5 Jim Bragg. You got to give the guy credit. He's there for the pin. He don't care if it's IPW or NWA. He calls it right down the middle.
But if he was such a gentleman, he would have pulled up Buck's pants in a couple minutes.
Absolutely. But you know something? You can't expect these referees to be out here dressing people like Iceman Buck Q, who misses an elbow and a clothesline at the first time, and Mike comes back with a beautiful cross body block. That's the first time I've ever seen somebody missing an elbow and a clothesline simultaneously. How does that happen?
Well, he throws the elbow, then he throws the clothesline.
Thank you. See, that's why you wrestle, and I sit there at ringside and I'm a ring general. I'm not the type of guy to go in there and soil my hands. I'm not the type of guy to come in there and beat the life well.
So you're not the type of person that would, you know, interfere in a match or...
Well, things have been known to happen on occasion, and you remember from our long and brutal feud back in 2000. Yes, I did pin you 3 times in a row around the Florida circuit. Yes, I beat you from pillar to post, but I'll give you credit where credit's due. You're all right.
I still don't remember that, but I bet you Mike Sullivan's going to remember this. This is a big superplex from the top, and I have to say, if he hits this, shades of Barry Windham, it's over.
That is what Iceman Buck Q calls the super duperplex. The deadly, unheard of, unfathomable. But you see Ron Niemi, the man, and Ecstasy at ringside. We're doing the old, you know something? We were the baby faces in this match. Look at me. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to, come on, get up. One IPW. I'm slapping the mat. I'm lost. But you know what? The people are cheering. I'm a likable
The people
guy.
are cheering. Do you hear that? The IPW chants. That's just unbelievable.
It shows that the fans of IPW, they don't care who's out there. If you're going against the NWA, they're on your side. They don't care if it's Ron Niemi. They don't care if it's Naphtali, Jet Jaguar. If you're going against the likes of Iceman Buck Q or the Heavenly...
Oh, big leg drop on the
Unbelievable.
second rope.
You know something? Iceman Buck Q, trained by the one Jimmy Del Rey, the former Heavenly Body, the original Heavenly Body. That's where that leg drop comes from. I guarantee you he can hit it from the first, second, or third rope. If you had scaffolding set up in the WrestlePlex, he'd come off with a leg drop from there, and it would do nothing. It would just put his spine halfway through his own head, but he would roll over and make the count. That's the type of competitor Iceman Buck Q is.
You know, as much as I do not like Buck in this NWA, you know, I have to admit, he is one hell of a wrestler.
He's a former IPW heavyweight champion. This feud hasn't been going on for years. It isn't something that's been going on since the beginning of time. This thing started over 6 months ago, and it became so hot and so heated so quick that we forget our history. Iceman Buck Q, who was he managed by when he was the heavyweight champion in IPW?
You, of course.
Of course he was managed by me. I'm the man that represents the champions in IPW, and see, like I said, right up to the top rope, and he comes off with a vicious leg drop to the back of the neck of Mike Sullivan.
He hits it from one side, he hits it on the other. Mike Sullivan's not safe anywhere in this ring.
Mike Sullivan is the type of guy... Well, wait a second.
Well, you know, I thought you said you want...
Oh!
That serves you right.
He
right
gave
there.
me the big old soup bone to the side of the head. All I was doing was trying to get up there and tell the guys, hey, beautiful, what do you call that?
That is a springboard front face suplex.
You don't know what the hell it is. You're making things up. And you see Mark Gold got the goal to get in there and take
oh!
a break. What did Obviously, this guy's new to the WrestlePlex. Oh!
You got another one there, and another one by Mike Sullivan. And hey, that's a 1-2-3 right there, Jim.
Nobody's safe in the ring at the Florida WrestlePlex in the middle of this feud. Jim Bragg's the only man left standing. Shannon Rose is wandering around ringside.